Key point 1. Achieving growth is the best way to reach your potential. Surviving in this generation requires individuals to possess skills that will distinguish them from their peers, invest significantly in those skills, and see to their success even though it might not be easy. Every human has different skills which help them succeed in their daily activities and improve their living standards. However, most have not noticed their giving skills, even though they are closer to them than anything. Every being should understand what it is to be alive, which varies from individual to individual. To achieve the proper purpose of being alive, one needs to take care of upgrading their personality with helpful information that can change their life. Moreover, it may also improve one's character and help them attain an inviolable career high. Possessing skills is not enough. Effective and efficient usage is the most important thing. Soon you will find out how to identify your given skills, utilize them to the best of your ability, and how to benefit from such potentials can assist in a meaningful life. God's gift to man is his potential. His gift to him is developing it. The only sure thing in the universe is change. Even though the way it occurs to people is not the same, the principles are. These principles are important because identifying the need to grow and attain a goal is not the real deal. Following the right channel to actualize such growth is a difficult task most people don't want to engage in. If one wants to make changes, one has to break the norm, even though it has to follow the correct methodology. Otherwise, you might think you are working toward reaching your potential, but it's far from it. Key point 2. The law of intentionality proves that growth doesn't just happen. Living a purposeful life is not word of mouth alone. One must work toward achieving it, which is possible by conceiving the idea and taking action. One way to attain your dream is to be hungry for growth, which makes you more determined to actualize such dreams. Being hungry for growth often attracts criticism from other people, which has generated a lot of myths or gaps in people's minds. It has made the majority not see the road to growth as one to follow. Such myths include: growth happens naturally. Whether you work for it or not, it happens. I don't know the growth process despite knowing what I want. If I start now, will I fail? Or won't people say this is the wrong time? I don't feel motivated or encouraged about doing it. All of these fears or myths impact an individual's growth. For example, feeling that change happens naturally may not make an individual put in any effort. Growth doesn't happen automatically. One has to make an effort before it occurs. Nothing an individual wants comes easily, and the same applies to growth. You'll often need to make sacrifices during the growth process, but face it head on because sacrifices make you stronger and help you get to a higher rung that gives you more opportunities. Growth happens in many spheres: physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, financial, and so on. Being hungry for growth in every aspect will require you to break the norm. This idea might sound odd to some people, but the overall gain you want to attain is paramount. Your goal for growth should be the driving force that will motivate you to ensure you have a fulfilled and purposeful life. Did you know? In Charles Schulz's Peanuts comic strip, Charlie Brown once fell for the assumption gap. He once said, "I think I've discovered the secret of life. You just hang around until you get used to it." The thing is that we have to make an effort to experience growth and improve our lives. Key point 3. Make the transition to intentional growth. Courage and intentionality are key requirements for growth. The process is uncomfortable and will often require you to change the norm. That's not to mention that you will constantly need to answer questions like, what direction do you need to face? No one can produce great things who is not thoroughly sincere in dealing with himself. James Russell Lowell. What do I want to do with my life? What's my aim in life? Do I need this for now? Answering these questions might not be easy, but doing it will give you clarity. Avoid abstract explanations or generalizations with your answers by honestly admitting which things are important to you and which do not have any value. The process of personal development becomes important when these types of questions are asked. The appropriate way to see personal development is by facing every situation you encounter. Doing this will add to your bank of experience. Preferring your comfort zone to challenges will do you no good. If you choose the first option, it will seem that you are safe and everything has been familiar to you for some time. But then you will notice that the people you once communicated with have long since moved on and are reaching new heights. Leaving a comfort zone is never easy, but you will adapt to the new environment as time goes by. Every individual needs to keep improving or growing every day because the inability to grow will result in losing relevance or value. The development of one's personality shows new horizons and goals. Such progress can inspire not only this person, but also the environment of friends and family, who also begin to work on themselves. Attaining a desired or purposeful life is not just about dreaming. One must face the challenge that comes with it. Preparation is vital and is something every right-thinking human should do because it boosts your chances of utilizing growth opportunities. At the same time, you should focus on your plans and avoid comparisons with others. After all, what is important to others may not be valuable to you, and vice versa. Key point 4. The law of awareness requires that you know where you are and where you are going. People who regularly perform self-analysis will be in tune with their strengths, weaknesses, desires, opportunities, etc. This level of self-awareness will help drive sustainable growth because you'll have a clear idea of who you are and where you want to be. Growth is about improving what you've learned in the past and serves as a foundation for building new things. Learning is a vital element of growth. Most people ignore this, which makes them accept anything that comes their way. Lifelong learning teaches discipline, critical thinking, and focus. With such skills, you will never allow anyone to use you and do what you do not need. People fall into 3 categories: those who don't know what to do with their lives, those who know their essence in life but won't act on it, and those who know their essence in life and act on it. Out of these 3 categories, the last one is the only category that is growing, because they see it as a moral responsibility to themselves and humanity. Growth is about knowing your capabilities and accepting them as what you need to live a fulfilled life. While making improvements in your life, some questions arise, such as, am I content with what I am doing? If I am not content with this, what can I do? How do I do it? Where do I need to start? Who can help me on my way to change? There is a direct correlation between your capabilities and your passion. Anyone desiring to attain great heights must be sure of their capabilities and dreams. Understanding why you were born makes it easier for you to pursue your dream. Every human has everything it takes to excel in life, and all that is required is to exploit your uniqueness and utilize it judiciously. Several factors are responsible for people's inability to discover their potential, including low self-esteem, negligence, lack of focus, etc. It is hard to believe in yourself when you struggle with these, so try to address them the moment you notice the signs. Key point 5. Suggestions to help you develop your self-image to add value to yourself. One of the most extraordinary things any individual can do is to add value to themselves. People won't want to be associated with you if you don't do it. When you know precisely what you can do, who can benefit from it, and how much your time is worth, you receive more attention from others. You can begin by improving your self-image or self-esteem. Experts believe self-esteem is a significant determinant of an individual's psychological development and motivation. Improving it will enhance your chances of success. It's worth noting that your confidence in yourself shapes your perception and impacts how you relate to people in society. Individuals with low self-esteem or issues with self-image need to grow. The following are ways to boost your esteem. Guard your self-talk. We have conversations with ourselves every day. Cultivate the habit of saying good things about yourself, and you will develop more confidence. Avoid unhealthy comparisons. To improve your self-image, stop comparing yourself to others. If you do, you will think you are lacking in life. Compare yourself only to yesterday's version of you. Avoid limiting beliefs. Move away from negative thoughts or ideas that limit you. Always be optimistic about things, even though you don't have a clear picture yet. Impact others. To add value to your own life, you need to impact or add value to other people's lives. Doing so will improve your life indirectly. Engage in the right thing. Trust your gut to tell you the right thing to do and follow its prompts to improve your esteem. Also, be disciplined about your personal life and remain positive. Studying the lives of great people who have graced the earth will reveal they all spent considerable time alone thinking. Emulate this act. Take the time to pause and think about your life. Your thinking should involve illustration, illumination, incubation, and investigation. Your goal for personal growth is to maximize your potential. To achieve that, pause, ask questions, and grow every day. Key point 6. The law of consistency ascertains that discipline helps you grow. Consistency is vital in whatever an individual does, and this helps people stand out from their peers. What makes a complete individual or a leader is the person's ability to continue doing a particular thing uniquely. Regardless of the challenge, being consistent with the situation will help overcome it. It might not be easy, but if the strategy of consistency is adopted, the results will pay off. You've got to get up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with satisfaction. George Lorimer. Growth requires consistency, and the ability to go far needs discipline, which must be strictly adhered to. In doing this, some questions need answering to achieve consistency, and they are: what needs to be improved? Everyone tries to achieve the ideal while simultaneously realizing that it is impossible. So it is pertinent to identify the areas you need to improve. The inability to know or understand these areas won't let such an individual understand where to invest their power. Consistency will help you overcome unfavorable situations. How do you improve? You've understood the area that needs improvement, but how do you attain this improvement? You cannot do the same thing using the same process and expect different results. Explore new ways to achieve what you want. Why improve? Seeing the need to improve is important because this is the motivating factor to energize your endeavors. You must have conviction before engaging in the activities of growth. If you take this question seriously, you can also discover areas where you are strong and do not yet need additional development. Instead, you'll get extra time for things that need your attention. When are you to grow? It is important to know the time growth is needed. Engaging in growth activity at the appropriate time is more useful than when not relevant. All these questions will assist you in overcoming the challenges you face and make you a better person. The more questions you have about pursuing personal growth, the more likely you are to follow through with the process that will lead you to the full height of your potential. Key point 7. The law of environment proves that you must change environments to growth. The environment plays a significant role in every aspect of one's life. To attain desirable heights, you need an environment that helps actualize such growth. Here's how it works. Your environment influences your decisions, and your decisions determine how far you can go. We do not have control over some choices, such as the country we are born in, our origins, genetics, etc. But fortunately, most things depend on us, such as our success, development, and future achievements. The following tips will make you feel like a true master of your life. They will help you make your own changes instead of waiting for someone else's help. Analysis of your current environment. Look around. Take note of the important details in your present environment and see if they will positively impact growth. Change your mindset and environment. Your mindset needs to be changed to correlate with the type of environment you exist in, or the one you need to move to, so they won't work against each other. Make a change in your company. You need to determine the kind of people you spend most of your time with because they play a significant role in the level of growth you can attain. If you don't like who you are becoming, try changing your environment. After all, the people you communicate with daily influence you the most. One must develop strategies to achieve growth. Create a challenge for yourself. Set a target for yourself, which will assist you in competing healthily in your new environment. Focus on the current situation. You must focus on the current situation while paying attention to the future. This tactic will help you thrive and prepare for the months and years ahead. Move forward despite criticism. People are bound to criticize, but you shouldn't feel bad when someone comments on your work. Instead, use it as a lever for growth. Growth is a challenging task that requires strategies, and you should never relent, even though growth doesn't come easy. Your character also plays a significant role in your personal growth. Do not forget your improvement commitments, or you will be limited and stop improving. Conclusion. Success courses and motivational speakers constantly remind people of the importance of learning and improving themselves. Because of this, such motivations have lost their meaning and only indicate that they need more time to achieve everything they want. But we now know that self-development is not an empty word. Personal growth is possible only if a person understands why it is essential and what goal they must achieve. Even the desire to be better is a rather general formulation that does not contribute to changes. So, it is necessary to monitor the things you do differently to feel those changes. Be honest with yourself and others. Do not give up on the things you have identified as the most important, and be ready to help others. Self-development requires discipline and attention. When you are on the path of change, always stay in touch with your inner self. Notice who supports you and who tries to hinder your progress. Gather people around you who inspire you and help you move on. And then, one day, you'll look back and say, I did it. I grew up. So, where do I want to go now? Try this. Daily journaling helps to develop discipline. Write down your wins, observations, and topics you want to return to later. This practice will help you remember ideas and implement them. It's also a great way to record your progress and your growth story.